earlier and shit.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
All right, here we go.
On second down, Elliott. A strong running. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it.
It's always a holder,
I seen him today working on man car. He said, ain't see this on y'all division? I said, yeah. He said, you welcome. I beat you. I'm like, oh, whatever.
Because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again.
Whatever. Hopefully I could beat him. If I beat him, then, you know, it's time to go to the big show.
He'll look to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Outside, I could have got it.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
I'm about to beat him up.
The give is to Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, here's Carr. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
6:37.
The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Carr. And Adams has it complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
And that's their first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
I mixed up that D on him. I knew you was throwing a slant.
Timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And some room to roam now. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Detroit. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions
you
are
see how he put that breakout speed on your ass? Like, vroom.
And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
He put that breakout speed on him. He was sick, like, oh, shit. That boy just took off.
Result like that, almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0.
That boy nasty. Yeah, he is, bro. He got that breakaway, boy.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Yeah, roll him up. Come here.
To throw, it's Carr.
Oh, that should have been a motherfucking pick.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest.
He said, I
you
got
can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
637.
Shotgun now for Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A 1st down carry by Elliott. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Oh, my God, he was so open.
He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter.
Oh, man, he was so open.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2.
Open.
They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Now a handoff looking right. Nice move
wow.
on the play, but he will be brought down shy of the 15.
Was the luckiest run I've ever
solid
seen
run on
life.
1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Damn. You got tackled at the motherfucking 4-yard line. He threw you for 3 more.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up. Because otherwise, this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Damn.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Cobb. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Oh, my God. They really did that to me.
Down to the 35.
Oh, my God.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Carr now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz.
Yep,
He
he's going to do it.
intercepted.
Oh, my God. Why he fall down?
Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed.
You're looking there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
All right, here we go.
They'll start the drive with Elliott.
Oh, my
And
God.
just a
Get
short
there.
gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now let's go.
Again to Elliott. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll look to throw.
Oh, good Lord,
One is
Lex.
intercepted. picked up by
Good
Josh
work,
Jones.
Max.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bennett. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. The Packers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
29. 29.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. They'll throw now on the final play. Buying time to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
What you need? I ain't know you ain't say nothing. I can't eat the inside intestines. A pig is one of the nastiest motherfuckers. I can't eat the inside of a nasty motherfucker.
Monday down.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge differences we know between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. A give. This is Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game,
he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Right.
Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Here's Elliott. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Lions on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Right.
Set. Green, 39. Green.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Ah.
Incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed.
Damn.
They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Nick Perry able to get him for a loss of about 3.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Looking deep for Adams.
They perfect.
Intercepted it.
They
They're just
perfect.
forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick
That
of the
was
game.
a pick.
And now fourth down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
Not the first time in my life, though. But, like, the first time in a minute.
The Lions on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Back to throw.
Oh,
And
come
he's going to
on.
be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Oh, he got a
And
pick six on
into
my
the end
ass. I can't
zone.
believe
It's
it.
a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So here come the Lions now. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! No, check! Patriot! Patriot!
Again, it's Elliott. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. They'll set up a throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A good pick up there of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They'll run with Elliott, and this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
No, check! Patriot! Patriot!
They go to Elliott again. brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Lions on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Now let's go. Green.
Looking to throw.
Oh, my God.
Throw incomplete.
You see
The
that
touch and
wide
time here
open
critical for
shit?
those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So here comes the veteran Matt Prater in a big spot in this ball game. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
He's going to look deep down the field, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Fuck out of here.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr looking deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that. Yeah, there was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Wait. 6-18.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Lions will take over. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Oh, they
and
bullshit.
Packer football.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock, but we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Get set. Ready?
And they'll run it here. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every time.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. And the move from Mike McCarthy is going to be to keep the offense on the field here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Down. Ready? Hey, 734. 694.
Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Who's right?
Now a handoff looking right. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
93. Get down, get down.
They'll run with Montgomery.
Oh, my God.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. They do tack on the extra point as well, and the lead is now 14-10.
He said a sweet lick.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Detroit!
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
He's back to throw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Cochran. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Now let's go! Blue line it!
He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A broken tackle there, but not a ton to show for it. Tackled just on the other side of midfield. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Set! Blue line it! Blue line it! Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Damn!
Can't
Block
get
that
the
nigga!
ball. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Kenny Clark in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Set! 319! 319! Gone!
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, he dropped it!
Complete. They had
And he
to go for it with
fucking,
such little
and he
time
cooked
remaining.
him.
And that's going to be just about all she wrote
Oh,
for this
my
one.
God.
The
And
Green
he
Bay offense
cooked
now
him.
about ready to take possession here. They have the
Oh,
lead, still a
God,
one-possession
he
game, but the
cooked him.
defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 36-yard line here. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at just 30%,
Hey,
3 for
this
10.
nigga is
They're
a
looking at 3rd and a
character
few inches.
today. Hey, he a character today.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right Yeah, I
He
think they've got to
is
get the
a
tight end more
motherfucking
involved.
He had just
character
one target in the first
today,
half,
boy.
incomplete, now incomplete here with the first
You
target
in
in the
rare
second
form
half.
today,
Not
long
stop
way.
them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
I know. Shit, I lost. I lost, though.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their
And look how he getting smashed, though.
We
Illegal forward pass.
However, let's see what that's about.
Did you just see
So
that?
he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no.
Bro, they said illegal forward pass
and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Bruh, I was right there, bruh. You know that was some bullshit, Lex.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Yeah, he in the party.
Back to throw here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Hey, let my nigga
Sammy
jump it all
Watkins,
in.
the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick.